Hey there rugby fans, how's it all going? Hope you've all had a great week and tried to stay as dry as possible. Now the Chills Premier 15s is back, and if you're a Harlequins fan, it's back with a bang. Now if you've still not seen their 101-0 demolition of poor Richmond women, then do check out the first episode of our new season. We'll put a link down below so you can check that out. We're now on our way to round 2, and with some fascinating fixtures on the horizon, I have the honours this week of doing our round 2 Premier 15s preview. Now, before I get into it, make sure you stick around to the end of this video to hear about a big competition that we've got in store just for you guys. Right, this is it. On to the predictions! Okay, so as usual, there are 5 fixtures on this weekend. However, we can instantly rule out previewing the likes of Worcester Quins or Saracens Richmond, as they are absolute bankers for last year's finalists. Sorry to their opponents, but they are. This leaves us with 3 absolute crackers to whet our appetite for this weekend. So, who should we look out for, and who is going to be making the headlines come Monday morning? The weekend's rugby action kicks off with Bristol Bears women versus Loughborough Lightning at 12 noon on Saturday. Both teams had mixed fortunes on their opening weekend, but Bristol's home defeat to Saracens and Lightning's home win against DMP Sharks doesn't really tell the whole story. Bears played an absolute stormer, scoring a number of tries and really making the champions sweat. Loughborough, on the other hand, did score 5 tries of their own, including a hat-trick from winger Rona Lloyd, but perhaps may have felt like with the talent that they got in their squad and the position DMP were in last season, they should have probably grabbed a lot more. Lightning generally fire on all cylinders when they have their England spine back. So without knowing if Sarah Hunter, Kath O'Donnell, Emily Scarrett and Katie Daly-McLean return to the squad this weekend, it's kind of tricky for me to predict how they will perform. But what I do know is that Bears have made some very decent additions to their squad, with a number of Welsh internationals and of course their other internationals mostly fit and healthy. They've got potential here to stake a claim for a top 4 finish above their opponents this weekend. Now, this should be a tight contest, so I'm actually going to assume that Lightning will take the win, but they'll only have a few England players back to make a difference, and they'll only win by 2 tries. The next fixture is my game of the weekend, no doubt. Wasps beat Worcester Warriors 47-10 last weekend. Gloucester-Hartpury beat Furwood Waterloo Ladies 48-7 last weekend. These 2 sides near the top of the table now clash this weekend. Now, as you can probably guess, there's not a lot between these sides, and both of them are brimming with established talent and young up-and-coming stars. Wasps have a knack for performing well against sides below them, and last year Gloucester struggled with, consistency, and that caused them a semi-final spot. This time around though, I sense a change in the water. This will be the first test that either side has had to face this season. You've got 2 strong mobile packs, 2 exciting sets of backs, and a number of fascinating one-on-one battles, assuming everyone is fit and ready to play, such as Mo Hunt versus Claudia McDonald, Kelly Smith versus Abby Dow, El Perry versus Klinia Maloney, and that's just a few. So it really is a tricky one for me to call. I mean, it really is, but I do feel like Gloucester will thrive on having that home advantage, and they will not feel any pressure, whereas Wasps will be expected to win. So I'm actually going for the GH win by 2 tries. Now, before we move on, one special mention must go to the final match of the weekend, DMP Sharks against Furwood Waterloo Ladies. Now these 2 finished 8th and 9th respectively last year, and both sides suffered opening day defeats, as we've already heard. But that's where the similarities stop. Furwood have made little signings and little progress since 2018-19, whereas Sharks have made a whole host of signings over the summer, going into double digits, and some of these include absolute class Scotland internationals, the likes of Law, for example. And they performed well against Loughborough despite their loss, and this could be a defining moment for them so early in the season. Now, if they beat their opponents, and they beat them well, DMP could put themselves in a position early on to climb up the table away from the mire of potential relegation. And that's exactly what I think they'll do, with a bonus point win. Okay, that is almost the end of this video, but before we go anywhere, it's time for that big competition I was telling you about. But I'll let Amy tell you.
Hi everyone, Amy here, and I'm pleased to tell you that we've got a really exciting competition for you to celebrate our new partnership with Rugby RFC. Now, they're the only women's clothing brand which has been specifically made to measure for female rugby players of all positions. Their clothes are literally everything. They've got so much to choose from and the designs are amazing. So even if you're not a player, you can still wear them. So definitely go and check those out. The link will be down here. So we're giving away this piece of Rugby RFC apparel just for you for free. All you have to do to enter is like this video and comment below with the name of your favourite women's rugby player. It can even be somebody you know, you just have to tag them as well. So you can only enter this competition once and we'll draw one lucky winner at random. Good luck!
So there you go, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you. Of course, please make sure you're doing all these things and we look forward to seeing you over the weekend. Enjoy the rugby. See you soon. Bye.